It was a sight that made New Yorkers stop in their tracks. On the evening of May 17, 2025, at approximately 8:20 p.m. ET, disaster struck in New York Harbor. The majestic Mexican Navy tall ship, the Quadamok, collided with the iconic Brooklyn Bridge. The scene was chaotic, with debris falling into the East River as the ship's masts were sheared off upon impact. It was a stark reminder that even in a modern metropolis, accidents can happen in the blink of an eye. The incident sent shockwaves through the city and beyond. The Quadamok, a symbol of Mexican pride and maritime tradition, was now a mangled wreck. The Brooklyn Bridge, a landmark known around the world, had narrowly avoided what could have been a catastrophic event. As emergency responders rushed to the scene, questions swirled about how such an accident could have happened. The Quadamok, a 300-foot-long, steel-hulled, three-masted bark, was no ordinary vessel. Launched in 1982, it served as a training vessel for the Mexican Navy, shaping young cadets into seasoned sailors. Beyond its educational role, the Quadamok was a floating embassy for Mexico, sailing to ports around the world and fostering goodwill through cultural exchanges. The ship was named after the last Aztec emperor, Quadamok, known for his courage and resistance against Spanish conquistadors. The ship embodied these qualities, representing Mexico's rich maritime history and its spirit of exploration. Now, its once proud form lay crippled in the shadow of the Brooklyn Bridge, a stark contrast to its usual image of grace and strength. The immediate aftermath of the crash was a scene of controlled chaos. Emergency responders swarmed the area, working tirelessly to secure the ship and assess the damage. The Coast Guard deployed boats to the scene, while NYPD helicopters buzzed overhead, illuminating the wreckage with spotlights. Ambulances lined the nearby streets, their sirens wailing as they transported the injured to local hospitals. Tragically, the accident claimed the lives of 2 sailors. Another 22 were injured, 3 of whom were in serious condition. The city held its breath, hoping for the best for the injured sailors, while mourning the lives lost in the unexpected tragedy. The incident served as a harsh reminder of the inherent risks faced by those who navigate the world's waterways. Section 4, The Fog of Investigation, Unraveling the Mystery. As the city began to process the shock of the event, attention turned to the cause of the collision. The National Transportation Safety Board, or NTSB, launched a full investigation, seeking to piece together the events that led to the disaster. Investigators began poring over radar data, radio communications, and eyewitness accounts, hoping to find answers in the chaotic minutes leading up to the crash. Adding to the complexity of the investigation was a crucial detail revealed by New York City Mayor Eric Adams. The Quadamok had lost power shortly before the crash. This revelation raised a number of critical questions. Why did the ship lose power? Was it a mechanical failure, human error, or some combination of factors? And how did the loss of power contribute to the ship veering off course and into the path of the Brooklyn Bridge? Section 5. Power loss and its potential role in the disaster. The loss of power aboard the Quadamok was a critical piece of the puzzle. Ships, even majestic tall ships like the Quadamok, rely on their engines for maneuverability, especially in confined waterways like New York Harbor. Without power, a ship is at the mercy of currents and tides, making it extremely difficult to control. Investigators were looking into several possible reasons for the power loss. Was it a catastrophic engine failure? Did the ship's electrical system malfunction? Was there human error in the engine room or at the helm? Or was it a combination of factors that led to the tragic sequence of events? Section 6. The Intended Voyage. A Journey Cut Short. Adding to the tragedy was the fact that the Quadamok was on a goodwill mission, its journey abruptly cut short by the disaster. The ship had been docked at Pier 17 in New York City from May 13th to 17th, open to the public who marveled at its size and beauty. It was then scheduled to depart, heading south out of New York Harbor and then across the Atlantic towards Iceland. Instead, the ship ended up sailing under the Brooklyn Bridge, its masts colliding with the bridge's structure. The crash was a stark reminder that even the most carefully planned voyages can be disrupted by unforeseen circumstances.